Hello, I'm Evelyn Rusli for TechCrunch now for Thursday, July 22nd. Second quarter numbers are in for VC funding. The amount of money raised by VC firms came in at $1.9 billion in the second quarter. That was the lowest level in roughly 7 years. Meanwhile, VCs are still spending. They spent about $6.5 billion in the last quarter. What does that gap mean? Well, someone who has his pulse on the VC and angel investing market is Adeo Ressi. He's of the Funded and the Founders Institute. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Evelyn.
So to recap, the amount of dollars going into VC firms today is lower than the number of dollars that they're spending. What does that dynamic mean?
Well, venture capitalists are living on borrowed time. No matter how you look at it, there's going to be a reconciliation. They're spending money from ages old today, and in the future, they're going to have a lot less money at their disposal to invest.
Let's focus on that $1.9 billion first. Why is that so low? Now, in previous years, it was roughly several billion dollars. During the dot-com boom, it was tens of billions of dollars. So why is there this drawdown in investment dollars for VCs?
Right. Well, let's quantify that a little further. In the 2007-2008 period, it would be between $8 and as much as $10 billion in a quarter that would be put into a venture model, now going to 1.9. So it's somewhere between a 4 and 5 time decrease. And the reason for that is that the returns that the venture capitalists have been providing their investors just don't justify it being a prominent asset class anymore.
Even in the depth of the recession, the quarterly numbers were higher than they are today, which is
right.
Fascinating.
Even when LPs had very little money because they were over-leveraged with debt, they put more money into venture capital than they are today.
That fits into your thesis that you've talked about before, which is that 2010 is the year of the angel investor.
Yes.
Can you talk about the other side of that equation then, why angel investors are doing so well or why it's a growing field?
Well, even though venture capitalists are definitely investing at a nice pace with the $6.5 billion spent in Q2, they're also being a lot more conservative because they realize that they can't keep that pace going for much longer. Angels, on the other hand, have stepped in and really filled the void. And it's not your classic angel, it's a new type of angel. When I was a young CEO in the 90s, an angel was a doctor, a lawyer, or some other professional who had some extra money, had a boring job, and wanted to spice up their life by engaging with startups. Today, your average angel investor is another founder. So what the founders and the CEOs have said is, wow, raising venture money is really hard. That presents an opportunity for us to step in and provide both expertise and capital for the next generation of companies. My anecdotal evidence is that at the Founder Institute, we've graduated over 160 companies worldwide. 42 of the companies have been funded, and all but 3 were funded by angels.
How are venture firms changing their behavior in this environment now that they're losing momentum? Are they trying to mimic the angel investors? What are they doing here?
Well, more and more venture firms are coming up with strategies to enter the angel market. So sometimes they'll have one partner who makes a decision and can make the investment, or they'll have a policy where any partner can decide to invest up to $250,000, let's say. So the different venture firms are saying, wow, you know, all the action has moved to the early stage angel investment sphere. How do we put our toe in the water and start experimenting? So even though they pretty much are all thinking about strategies, a lot of the tactics are secret. No one's really talking about it.
So what would you do, though, if you were a VC firm? How would you navigate this environment?
Well, there are definitely some best practices. So quick decision making is a key way to succeed as a venture firm entering the angel market. And so you can't have decision by committee. Usually delegating 1 or 2 partners to do all of the angel investments of the firm and giving them clear decision-making authority seems to be a good strategy. In addition, venture firms have the resources to lead these deals, whereas a lot of the entrepreneurs who are dabbling in angel are very busy, so they don't have the time. So another way that good venture firms differentiate themselves in the angel market is by leading deals. I would say 2011, you're going to see a replacement of traditional funds with new models incubated by entrepreneurs in the angel market.
Great. Well, look out for that. Once again, my guest has been Adeo Ressi of the Funded and the Founders Institute. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Evelyn.